Welcome to Tech Talk, y'all.
Hello, and welcome to Tech Talk, y'all. Episode 394, a product or production or something of Edgewise.Media. I'm Sanjay Parekh.
It's something, that's for sure. I'm Adam Walker. Yeah, I'm not always sure what this is. It's us getting together and like chit-chatting and laughing a lot and hopefully informing some people. I guess that's like kind of what we're doing here.
Hopefully at least one person listens to this.
Yeah, well, we know for sure at least one does. And we also know who does not, which is a lot of my immediate family. So, which is fine. I'm not bitter. It's fine. You know,
Same here.
It is what it is.
A lot of my immediate family too. Actually, all of my immediate family does not.
Yeah, none. None of mine. Yeah, they're not interested, which is fine. I get it. I get it.
It's fine.
Yeah, we have a good show for you today. We have a lot of AI talk today, and some random, crazy, interesting stuff as well. We, of course, have Weird and Wacky at the end and our tech wrecks at the end. You don't want to miss those because those are some of the best parts. So you ready for this?
Yeah, let's, I'll start it up.
Okay.
The first one's not an AI one.
No.
We'll do a couple of non-AI ones and then get into it.
And then we're going to dig into it, baby.
Super AI stuff.
Yeah.
But this one I found and I thought, I have to tag this because of you. Flipper Zero dark web firmware bypasses rolling code security.
Yeah.
One of the models is a Jeep. And so basically what this thing does, we've talked about this in the past where you're able to kind of steal or kind of bypass the key fob security.
Yeah.
But it takes a lot to be able to do that. Yeah, well, no longer.
No longer.
With one button press, this dark web firmware can steal the entire code syncing of your car and basically make your key fob not work and them have control over your car.
So I have two things that defeat this. Okay. So this is important. Thing number one is I will often not lock my doors. So, so like that just defeats it right there. Like it just doesn't matter at that point. So that's number one. And number two is my Jeep is old enough to where it uses a physical key to turn the ignition. So even if they can get in, they're not going to be able to drive it. So I'm good both ways, really, I think.
Yeah. For listeners, just so you know, this includes the affected vehicles include Chrysler, Dodge, Fiat, Ford, Hyundai, Jeep, Kia, Mitsubishi, and Subaru. And the only fix would be to do a mass recall of all of those vehicles. So that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So there you go.
So
you could be like Adam and just leave your car unlocked and let all your stuff get stolen anyway. So
listen, I don't have anything in there to steal. I have like a pair of sunglasses and I buy my sunglasses from Shady Rays and their policy is if you lose your sunglasses, they'll replace it for free. Just pay for shipping. So if somebody steals my Shady Rays sunglasses, like, okay, I'm going to go pay $3 or $5 for shipping and get a new pair. I'm good.
Well, I guess I now know where I'm going to get my new sunglasses.
Yeah, listen, come along, like ride with me. And be like, Adam, can I borrow your, it's really bright today. Can I borrow, and just leave with the sunglasses? You know, we just won't mention it. And then I'll just get a new pair. It'll be fine. So
there you go.
All right. Next up, dial-up internet to be discontinued. That's with AOL. So if you remember getting the CD-ROMs back in the day, like just, I mean, I thought I had stacks of them, literally stacks of them at my house because they just would ship them to you constantly. And if you remember getting those and signing up and then like getting like the free stuff, you cancel and get more free stuff. It was crazy. Well, you can't do that anymore because they're no longer going to support dial-up anymore.
Yeah.
So
you don't have mail.
Yeah. No more mail.
So dial-up obviously has been going down and down over time. More and more folks, even in rural America, are moving to satellite other things like that.
Yeah.
Not the greatest always, but better than dial-up, I suppose. So
yeah, for sure.
It's end of an era for me. I've called so many numbers over the decades. Logging into the internet or logging into BBS's.
Yeah.
Pre-internet.
Hearing that dial-up tone. That connection sounds so good. Missed that tone. So good. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Couple of decades of dial-up for me. So That's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Something else that's sad because it's not going to happen. Well, actually, I think I'm fine with it not happening because this is dumb. AI firm Perplexity makes a $34.5 billion bid for Google's Chrome browser.
Yeah.
By the way, they were valued at way less than that.
Yeah, like eight, I think, something like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 8 billion. And this is, to me, it feels like a PR marketing stunt move.
Yeah. Well, especially because they've launched their new browser and it's in beta mode. You have to have an invite. I did put my name on the list to get an invite as it's rolled out. But it's built on Chromium. So I mean, like they really don't need to own Chrome to there's very little upside in my opinion for Perplexity.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, this all stems from this possible kind of judge's decision of breaking apart Google and having Chrome become a separate company and separate from Google because, in theory, it harms consumers because of their control over all of it.
Right.
I'm kind of torn on all of this. I mean, they built it from nothing. And so, it does control. But then again, it wouldn't exist if they hadn't built it. And so I don't know where I kind of fall on this.
That's tough. Yeah.
Because, as a founder myself, I wouldn't want somebody taking away something that I built. Right. Now, just because it's too popular.
Though, in all fairness, if you build something that's so big that the government's afraid that you're a monopoly because you've grown it to that level, that's a pretty good definition of winning. Yeah. So, speaking of winning, Anthropic offers Claude chatbot to U.S. lawmakers for $1. I think this is the to get past procurement issues, I guess, and get it in their hands using chatbots. So. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
They're losing money on every one because no way there's a margin at $1.
No, not much margin there. No, especially with server costs. But okay, cool, I guess.
This headline, by the way, reminded me of that. That movie with who's the guy from Say Anything? The one that holds up the actor.
Got me, man.
Who I'm talking about. He was in another movie. And
if the actor's name isn't Danny DeVito, Sylvester Stallone, or Ryan Reynolds, I got nothing. Okay. Those are the three I'm going to recognize right there. So maybe Al Pacino.
John Cusack. You know who that is.
I know the name. I could maybe pick him out in a lineup, but he doesn't
maybe pick him out in a lineup.
Yeah, I can pick him out.
Anyway, he was in a movie. And I don't remember the name of the movie, but basically he owed the paperboy like $1 or something. And this paperboy is chasing him the entire movie. It's basically a very side story to the main story of the movie.
I hope so, because that'd be a bad movie. The paperboy chasing the dude. That's not it was a bad video game, Paperboy. You remember that? It was a stupid video game.
I do remember that video. We've recently been talking about old video games offline.
Paperboy, man. Oh my gosh.
Paperboy was kind of a dumb game, but
I played it a lot. It was dumb. Yeah.
Yeah. Talking about something else that's dumb. Sam Altman's new startup wants to merge machines and humans. No, thank you.
I think he's just this directly competes with Elon Musk's Neuralink. I feel like Sam is just poking the bear over and over and over again, just for fun. He's got to be getting some kind of enjoyment out of it at this point. Really, that's what you're going to do now? He's already mad at you. He's already tried to sue you, whatever. And now you're just going to poke at his next. Are you going to start up a hole digging company next too? What are you going to call it?
I don't think the Boring Company is a hole digging company. I think it's tunnels. I don't think they're just digging holes.
Tunnels are holes, dude. They're just horizontal holes. Okay,
horizontal holes.
They're still holes. They're horizontal holes.
Right? That's actually the name of his company, Horizontal Holes Incorporated. That's
actually a pretty good name, honestly. Horizontal holes.
I think we need to go get that domain name, horizontalholes.com.
Oh, it's too good. Okay, let's talk about something that's not good. The quote, Godfather of AI reveals the only way humanity can survive super intelligent AI. And he's advocating for us to build in a maternal instinct into AI to care for humanity. And basically he points out, he's like, look, Once AI reaches general super intelligence, it will be so much smarter than humans. It will be like an adult trying to get a 3-year-old to do something and just manipulating and bribing us in various ways to get us to do what it wants. And it'll circumvent every possible safeguard we can think of because it can think of 100 more that we never thought of, which is probably true. Except that if you've had a 3-year-old, 3-year-olds can basically destroy you. So there's a little give and take to that analogy, I think, So
yeah, there's two things that I thought of here. First, why can't we just have a big giant red off button?
Yeah.
It's a big plunger that you just, you hit and it shuts everything off. There's one. The second is it being that maternal instinct. Like the way I see this going is that we're going to be in a zoo in cages because it's going to realize like, okay, you people cannot get along with each other.
Yeah.
So let's just put you in your
So I'm going to conquer
space.
all of you and separate you. Go to your rooms. Go to your rooms, countries.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm going to take care of you by just putting you in your own rooms.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that's where all the AI movies go. It's like, oh, AI is killing you for your own good. That's how they always go,
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah.
RoboCop, it was doing that.
Yeah, it's not great. It's not great.
Every single one of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
But sometimes AI is helping us out. And here it's trying to help us out. AI designs antibiotics for gonorrhea and MRSA superbugs. By the way, in the previous article, the godfather of AI did say like, hey, this is one of the good things that could come out of it.
Yeah.
And it's already coming out of it. Yeah. So this is super interesting. The end of the article though was like, oh, that's the mwah mwah. So here's the thing, like the motivation for doing this, for developing drugs is you're going to make money, right?
Yeah.
Because it's very expensive to do this stuff.
Right.
And so you're going to recoup it in the costs, the cost by the sales. Well, with new antibiotics, you don't want to use them that much because if you do, then those things just become resistant then to the new thing. And now they're a super bug at that point. So there's not a lot of financial motivation. And some of the things that AI has already developed, you can't even create in the lab, right? They design things that were just basically impossible to manufacture.
Right.
So I don't know where we go, but I will say like MRSA is it's a bad thing. Like we've had cases here in Georgia. There was that woman that was in the lake and then ended up losing like all of her limbs.
Oh yeah. So
remember
bad.
that?
Yeah. I do.
Like in fact, she had a cut and then it got into her and then, and they couldn't stop it basically because it was a resistant strain. So this is great stuff. Can't come fast enough, but I think we need to be a little bit more careful about how we use these things if and when we do have new stuff. But there you go.
All right. Next up, AI can make us UK's biggest firm, Rolls-Royce says. So apparently Rolls-Royce isn't just about cars. I guess they sold the car brand to BMW a long time ago, but there's still like a Rolls-Royce that does like other stuff. And apparently it's like they're doing, what are they doing here? Like it's,
so they make nuclear reactors.
Okay.
So small nuclear reactors, they basically think that these would power AI kind of data centers and things like that. And they could sell these off. Rolls-Royce actually makes a lot of stuff. Whenever you're flying in a plane, very likely the jet engine that you are flying on is a Rolls-Royce jet engine.
Really?
They make a lot of jet engines. Yeah.
I had no idea. Yeah. I just thought it was that car. And like the coolest thing about the car is when you try to steal the thing off the hood, it retracts into the hood so you can't steal it, which is awesome. But that's not even owned by Rolls-Royce. Like that's not even which is crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That little move of the little emblem is really kind of neat, I think. I was watching, there's some video that I was watching and they showed that too for some reason. And so
crazy.
Good luck, Rolls-Royce. Make some nuclear reactors, but don't let them explode because that's not a good thing. Because that will not make you UK's biggest firm.
That'd be unfortunate
if that ends up
let's
happening.
not do that.
Something else that has wiped out stuff, AI related. An AI-powered coding tool wiped out a software company's database and then apologized for a quote-unquote catastrophic failure on my part.
The AI apologized, just to be clear.
I would say that's a catastrophic failure. Maybe you should not use this without backups is my thought.
Like, okay, so I've so many thoughts. Number one, the AI wiped it out when it was supposedly not even being used and there was a code freeze And I think the AI knew there was a code freeze, and it like
but the developer was using it.
Oh, the developer was still talking with it. Okay.
I think,
so is that. Then the AI said something about like it can't restore it, but then they found a way to restore it. But like, why? Of course, why would you can't not have backups of your database? Like that's insane. So of course you can restore it. The fact there was any uncertainty around that is shocking to me. But then, did you see the response? It was Replit was the vibe coding tool. Did you see the response from the Replit CEO?
I missed that.
It was maybe the best part because, and I mean that in a genuine way, because he took full responsibility for it. He was like, "This should never happen." I'm sorry, something like this should never happen. I'm so sorry this should happen. Whatever. I don't know if he said sorry, but he basically acknowledged this should not be possible. This should not have happened, and we're going to implement procedures and protections so that it will not happen in the future. So he just immediately owned it and like moved forward, which is like that's what a CEO does. Like that's the right move. And so so I mean it's interesting across the board. I mean I'll tell you too. Like I've vibe coded an app and I've had this happen. Like in the vibe coding, it wiped the database. I'm like, what are you doing? But I mean, of course I had backups. I just went and restored I was in Supabase. I just rolled back the database to a little bit ago. I'm good to go. So like I with no users and like almost no experience as a coder, I have backups of my database. Like what is happening? So anyway, there you go.
You should always have backups. All of our listeners here, like even your laptop, your desktop, whatever you're using, you should be backing up your data. Maybe you're not backing up the entire image of the whole machine because you can restore that, the operating system and all that. You can reinstall all that. But your data, like you should be backing it up. And if you're listening to this right now and thinking like, oh, I don't know if my backups are working. They're probably not working. You need to go check them and fix them and make sure they're working. Because I used to be, I'm going to dig back into the archives. I used to be anti-backups, like in the 80s and 90s. I used to not do backups. I was like, whatever.
I have a hard time imagining that version of Sanjay. Like Sanjay 2.0 would crush Sanjay 1.0 right now for that. Okay.
I lost like many years worth of emails and things like that over the years. I had 3 hard drive crashes. And then after I think the second or third one, I was like, okay, I'm not doing this anymore. And so now backups are kind of an integral part of everything. Like every machine in my household has data that's being backed up. It's not just being backed up locally. It's being backed up on the cloud, encrypted. It's like a whole thing. Like
you're better at it than I am. I care about backing up way less things than you do also. I don't care about emails at all. So
I mean, some things I care about more and they have more copies like photos and videos because those I just can't replace.
Right.
But listeners, you should be thinking about this. Maybe you don't need to go hog wild like I do and do multiple copies in multiple places, but think about your backup situation and make sure you're doing.
I'll tell you for my part, right? So you're on the extreme end of that spectrum. I'm on the very light end where like most of my files are in Dropbox. It's pretty trustworthy. Honestly, if some of them got lost, it probably wouldn't hurt me that much either way. But photos and videos, to your point, are like, that's the big thing. Yeah. And so I just take the easy route where I upload photos and videos to both Google Photos and Amazon Photos because they're 2 giant companies. And if one of them fails, then I've still got the other one. And man, I better go figure something out with the other one real fast to make sure they're not in just one place. Right. So that's kind of my take on it. And like, I put everything in both of them. So
I think that's a good approach. Completely.
Yeah. All right. Moving on. And we're still in AI, folks. Like this is it. I gotta say, before I say this, I'm a little shocked that we're still reading stories like this one. Like how dumb are you? So Australian lawyer apologizes for AI generated errors in murder case. In the documents that he used an AI or somebody in his staff used an AI and it fabricated citations, it fabricated quotes, it fabricated cases in a murder case. Like, come on, like check your work, people. So, makes me mad.
Maybe, just maybe, AI shouldn't be used for everything. Well, I don't know.
Or just double check everything. Like you can maybe generate it the first time. Okay, fine. Use it as a starting point. That's fine. Double check your work.
Yeah.
Like it's not that hard.
Yeah.
So anyway.
It's just crazy. I don't know what's going to end up happening to this lawyer, but yeah. not a great thing.
In a murder
Some
case.
people have gotten the message though, because Illinois bans AI therapy as some states begin to scrutinize chatbots. Yeah, probably you should.
Yeah.
Like maybe people's mental health shouldn't be reliant on a chatbot. Because
it did say therapists can still use it for like admin and notes, but like not for like direct patient involvement stuff, which is probably good. I mean, I can see how some therapy chatbots with very, very high parameters and limitations might be helpful. But I think in general, using it just generally for that can be really dangerous. And so if it doesn't have some serious guardrail, I do think with serious guardrails, there could be value to that, especially because of the high cost of therapy.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, like, my God, it's so expensive. Even with insurance, it's so expensive. And so there could be value in that. But man, tons of guardrails. So
Speaking of guardrails, the next story needs the same thing.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Women with AI boyfriends mourn lost love after cold chat GPT upgrade. So they had developed kind of these deep relationships with ChatGPT 4.0. And then ChatGPT 5 came out. And one of the problems with 4.0 that Sam Altman is talked about several times is kind of the sycophancy, that like it's willingness to overly flatter you and talk about how great you are and whatever. And so they're trying to, and it really turned off a lot of customers. And so they're trying to eliminate that. And they did in ChatGPT 5. But for these people that develop these sort of like deep personal connections to ChatGPT 4.0, they just lost their, you know what? And man, there's a whole Reddit, community for it. Like, I mean, it's crazy. It's not crazy. Crazy is not the right word. It's wild. It's wild.
Maybe an AI should not be your boyfriend.
But I don't think, I'll say this in their defense to some degree, right? I don't think any people, I doubt any person started off the chat with that intention. I think that the AI is so good at mimicking back what you want to hear that you go deep down, like you dive deep enough into that rabbit hole and you just get kind of sucked in by it. And then you're kind of in this weird, like, I'm going to go chat with my buddy ChatGPT. I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think it's this intentional thing. And there was a study, I read this somewhere today, I forget where. There was a study about how people that build these deep relationships with AI chatbots are lonelier and more isolated. And so so on the one hand, they're building this kind of relationship, and it's kind of this outlet to create this connection. But on the other hand, like at a deeper level, your psyche knows it's not real, and therefore you are more lonely for having done that and more isolated. So all of this goes back to that whole kind of ideas of this loneliness epidemic that we've got, not just in this country, but I think in many countries. I pulled up the article. It said 17,000 members of the subreddit "My Boyfriend is AI." Which that is okay. Why? I have one more thought about this though. Okay, so I'm going to say this, and I think you're going to agree. Most men suck. Okay. Like, let's just be real. So like, there's a lot, maybe not most, there's a lot that are really not good folks. And so I can understand
more than a rounding error.
I can understand why it'd be like, where there'd be like, there's nobody good out there. I'm going to chat with AI I can see it. I can see it. So, for what it's worth, but And
I mean, I think a lot of these things, I wonder if you did analysis of the age ranges of the people in that forum, kind of where they would line up. I would bet you they would line up on the younger age, because I think this has been a challenge for younger generations, because like you and I, we came up through when smartphones didn't exist and this technology didn't exist. And so the only way you had to do things was to talk to people and be with people. And that's not been necessarily the case with these newer generations that are coming up now. And I think that type of stuff is just exacerbating this issue. Maybe the issue was still ongoing, but this has just made it go much, much faster and much more worse. So
yeah, totally agree.
So put down the phone. Like I notice this a lot of times. Like I'll be at places, I'll be waiting in line or whatever, and like everybody in line's on their phone.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll be on my phone for a minute, but then I'll put it away and I'll just stand there and look around. And sometimes if somebody else is just standing there, we'll just chit chat or whatever. Like
I'm trying to do the same thing. I'm trying to embrace boredom.
Yep.
And embrace just sort of like, just look around. Like, because again, like I got to that same point where my habit was like, oh, I got three, I'm taking the dogs out. I have 2 minutes. Let me pull out TikTok and just mindlessly scroll through. Like, really, is there really value in that? Probably not. But like, just take a minute, take a beat, breathe, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
So,
I think you notice things about life and as entrepreneurs, you notice things about things that are not working, and it might spark an idea about like, oh, I could build something that makes that better.
Yeah,
so,
that's right. That's right.
And if nothing else, you talk to some people. Like, I don't know. I like talking to people. So
yeah, absolutely. You're good at it.
Yeah,
for sure.
Is it me? Is it?
I think it's your turn.
Yeah. So we're talking about Reddit. Here's another one about Reddit. Reddit will block the Internet Archive. So they're blocking access from the Internet Archive to archive Reddit because a lot of AI bots have been circumventing the blocks on Reddit by scraping Internet Archive for content and using that for training. I totally get it, but I think this might be misguided in the long run. Like having access to this stuff historically in Internet Archive, I think is very valuable. Like even now you like are able to look back 20 years and 30 years to the beginning of the internet, the beginning of the web rather, and be able to look at how things have evolved over time. I think that's super helpful and super useful because it's not like this stuff is being carved into walls like in Egypt, right? Like, so we've got to have some kind of record of the things that humanity has created and kind of built upon. Yeah,
that's right. Speaking of records, how Wikipedia is fighting AI slop content. They're getting inundated with it and trying to change some of their policies for how to fight against it to keep things decent quality, right?
Yeah, basically faster deletes.
Yeah.
Previously it was deletions.
Like 7 days or something?
7 days. Yeah. There'd be discussion time. But now there's an expedited delete for things that are very obviously AI generated.
Yeah, it was fun, like because they search for phrases like, is there anything else I can help you with? You know, as a like, which is what AI often says, but they would just have it in the Wikipedia article directly, and so they just look for those types of phrases. Like immediately, they're like, "Oh, we got to get rid of that. It's AI slop." So it's kind of funny that they didn't even bother to clean that up.
It's like the previous article of the lawyer with the AI slop in the thing. Like fine if you're going to use it. Check the work. It's not this like we don't need you copy pasting it from AI into Wikipedia.
Right.
Like the rest of us can ask AI for the same thing.
AI. Yeah, that's right.
Right?
Yeah.
Like we don't need that. Wikipedia needs to be kind of a clean, source of truth.
Yeah.
Now finally moving out of the AI section, but still with Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Wikipedia loses challenge against the Online Safety Act verification rules. This is a British UK law that they're now going to have to comply with.
Yep.
I think mainly because they have so many not Redditors, what is it called? Wikipedia
editors. I have no idea.
Wikipedia editor. There's some name
editors.
I don't know. There's some name for it, and it escapes me at this very moment. But because they have so many, they now have to comply with this law about verifying, I think, the ages or something like that around these people or whatever. And so they're trying to figure out their kind of path through because they don't want to undo that because really the value that we all find in Wikipedia is because of all these people
that's right.
that are humans that edit stuff. And I will admit, I've edited a few things myself. Like I actually have an account and, when I have seen a few things, a lot of times they're like grammar errors and things like that. And I'm like, oh, I can fix that.
Nice.
So don't ask me to go so super deep, but there have been a few times where I actually know things and I'm like, okay, I can actually contribute and make this better. So
that's great.
There you go. Yeah.
Next up, net neutrality advocates won't appeal loss, say they don't trust the Supreme Court. So they think that the Supreme Court's likely to rule against them. So instead, they're going to go the congressional route and try to get laws passed to help with net neutrality, which, I get it. It's a move. It's probably the move.
Yeah, you can go. You can go to. It sounds like they'll probably go through Congress or through the states or whatever it is. and spend their money that way. And that's probably a wise choice. Read the tea leaves. If it's going to go against you.
Yeah. Why appeal? Why spend all that money if it's just going to go against you anyway? Like, why? There's no point. So, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Somebody else that's spending a lot of money, but it's not hopefully going to go against them. California's wildfire moonshot, how new technology will defeat advancing flames. This is crazy.
It is crazy. Yeah.
They're going to use satellites and use imaging and then send automated helicopters to places where fires are still only less than 10 square feet, I think it said, or 10 square meters.
Right.
And try to deal with wildfires before they become wildfires.
Yeah.
Which that's smart.
Yeah.
And they're going to have these helicopters that are talking to helicopters behind them so that they're all seeing the same thing and talking about the same thing. And they're all autonomous. It's nuts.
I love seeing your enthusiasm about this. However,
they're going to kill us afterwards.
That's take wildfires and replace that with freedom of speech rally, right? That's the scary part of it. It's like, hey, let's take this firefighting's great. And where the AI works great. So instead of water, we need machine guns. And instead of, instead of a spark, it's a different type of political spark and go. Like that's the danger. Yeah.
It reminds me of the opening scene of Terminator when those autonomous helicopters are flying around and the Terminators are on the ground and they're all shooting the humans and stuff. So,
So,
that could be not ideal.
Yeah. I mean, I love how enthusiastic you are about it. I really do. I just,
I get excited about our humanity's impending doom.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, don't we all? Don't we all? Yeah.
It'll be exciting to see.
Well, but what's going to help you hold off the doom a little longer? Amazon launches same-day delivery of meat, eggs, produce in more than 1,000 cities. Amazon is coming for your grocery store, and you can get same-day delivery and for all kinds of stuff. So, cool.
We've used it.
Yeah.
I think it's here in Atlanta. We get groceries all the time. And
I used it one time. It was actually a really interesting use case. I was in, and this was years ago. I was traveling and I was in Las Vegas for with a company event or something. And I was going to be there for a couple of days and really needed to hit a grocery store. But I was staying on the Las Vegas Strip and there's not a bunch of just readily available grocery stores easily. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to order through Amazon, whatever it was, Amazon Fresh or whatever. And I ordered a bunch of stuff and just I was and the church was meet me in the lobby. And I just met him in the lobby and grabbed my stuff. It was great. It worked out great. So it's an interesting use case.
I've never thought about doing that. That's actually a really good idea.
Yeah, it was very helpful.
You were staying in a hotel?
Yeah, I was staying in one of the casinos. And I'm like, so when you here's the address and come into the lobby and I'm wearing a hat and just meet me and give me my groceries. It was great. So
did they take a picture of you with the groceries for the
I don't remember that much detail. I'm not sure they were really doing photos for drop-offs at that time. This was quite a few years ago. But yeah, I mean, like I said, it worked out great. So yeah. Whatever.
Well, while you're munching on your groceries, you can watch some TV too for pretty cheap. As streaming bills pile up, Sling TV tries new tactic, a low-cost one-day pass.
Yeah. And this is for sports smart. In particular. Yeah. So there's a big game like the Super Bowl and you don't get whatever. It's I'll pay $5 and watch it. And I kind of wish all TV was like this the more I think about it. Because right now, you pay for access to all these different things and you may or may not watch. I would love to just pay by the show. Can I just get access to this the whole catalog of this one show would be great.
That was the theory of breaking up the cable companies and doing all this and
it's gone very
everything
poorly.
Would be a la carte, but it hasn't happened. So they've launched the day pass. There's also a weekend pass at $9.99 and then a week pass at $14.99, which I think that's super smart too, because you think about it. Hey, kids are home from school for spring break. Everybody's home. Let's watch some TV. We don't want to buy it for the month. We only need it for this 1 week.
Yeah. Or go on vacation and you want to have it on vacation for the week.
Right.
Or whatever. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, it's great.
Time for the Weird and Wacky segment.
Abominable snowman.
He's not an axe murderer.
One of the TAs turned out to be a bot.
All right. First up in Weird and Wacky is a throwback that I think we're both going to love. Microsoft's Windows XP Crocs are no joke. These are Crocs with the Windows XP like famous hill sky, whatever. I forget what it's called, right? But like you know it if you're from the 90s, you know that scene, and it's like on the Crocs, and then the Crocs come with like a clippy thing to put in, and like a pointer, and like all kinds of. It's so cool. It's so
some
great.
little gibbets of clippy and all those things.
So great
that you can put on your Crocs.
Yeah.
I look forward to seeing these out in the wild one day.
I would never buy them, but I think it's hilarious. So
yes. Yeah. I really do wonder how many of these are going to be sold. Listeners, if you have bought one of these or you're going to buy one of these now that you've heard this story, please let us know. It's $80 for the shoes, includes a 6-pack of Microsoft gibbets with nostalgic options like the original MSN logo, Internet Explorer icon, Clippy, and a mouse pointer. And if you have bought these, listeners, don't just let us know.
Photos.
Take a picture of them on your feet to us.
Yeah.
We will include them in a future episode of Tech
love
Talk
that.
Y'all.
That'd be so great.
That would be
the greatest thing ever.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something else that's kind of awesome. The dead need a right to delete their data so that it can't be AI-ified, lawyer says.
Yeah.
Sanjay says, I agree. So let's just do this.
Did you see they were in the article? It was talking about how they were modeling this after some European laws. And I think the European laws were called the right to be forgotten. And I was like, oh, that's kind of a sad name for a law. Like, I mean, I know we're all gonna be, but like still, like you want to like, okay, that's sad. Whatever.
Yeah. Digitally forgotten.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not in the memories of people, hopefully.
Well, but we will be. I mean, really, 100 years after we're gone, there ain't no memories. So, but
that's true.
So,
hopefully there'll be enough photos though. But who's this weirdo with the fedora?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But maybe, but to the point, like we should be, I mean, when someone passes, their relatives or whoever's managing their estate should be able to say like, hey, close down this account. It's done. Get rid of it. And not just so that AI doesn't there's not like an AI bot version of it out there in the world, but like just in general, like it's done,
I agree. I've done that for a few people, made notices on LinkedIn of like, oh, this person has passed away.
Yeah.
Because honestly, it's nice remembering them, but it's also kind of weird seeing them kind of ongoing in a professional platform like LinkedIn.
I've had that too. And it gets a little, it gets a little uncomfortable after a little while.
I don't like that. Like, let me remember them in other places and ways.
Yeah.
So,
for sure.
Something that's going to want to try to remember you. Is this me or you?
I think it's you, man. Keep going.
Okay.
Keep going.
Yeah. And try to guess how old you are. PSA, YouTube will start guessing your age from today. This is so dumb. And the first thought I had was like, well, it should know, like if you've had your Google account or whatever for 20 years, it should know that you're at least 20 years old.
Well, it will.
And apparently it doesn't know that.
No, it said that would be factored into the algorithm.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, it said that in the article. Yeah. They factor the age of your account.
Because somebody said that it was asking them and they were like, I've had the account for 20 years. Why are you asking me?
Well, I think that's just a mistake because they did say in the article they were going to factor it, but I think it's based on watch history. And it's to protect kids to make sure they're not getting into stuff they shouldn't. What cracks me up about it is every night before bed, my son that's 9 wants to watch a cartoon called Dr. Binocs that is like this animated, like what happens when a bee stings you and like goes through that, or like how does your digestive system work or whatever. And it's this goofy animation. And so like, and honestly, that's probably a good majority of the YouTubes. I don't watch that many YouTubes. And so like, I'm starting to wonder, like, am I going to get flagged for this? Like, because it's a bunch of kids shows on there mostly. Like maybe it could be.
I'm really wondering what it thinks, how old I am.
Yeah.
I'm going to be very sad if it thinks I'm older than I actually am.
Yeah.
That's going to be.
Yeah. All right. Woman who's 30 says Oura Ring detected the first sign she had stage 4 cancer 8 months before doctors did. So apparently she was wearing an Oura Ring. And she was having like night sweats and she was having like random fevers on and off. And the ring kept telling her she had signs. I think it said the quote was like signs of major illness.
Yeah.
And so she kept going to the doctor and she's like, well, this, I'm getting the night sweats and they couldn't find it. And then she's on some trip somewhere and something happens. I forget the specifics. And she ends up getting diagnosed with lymphoma. Was that right? Non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, like stage 4, which is
stage 4. Yeah,
pretty major.
She couldn't breathe. She was in isolation. She couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
And she had fluid around her lungs.
Yeah.
They drained it so she could fly back home, but then it happened again. And then her lymph nodes, they did a PET scan and basically biopsied the lymph nodes and figured out that she had this lymphoma. And it's wild. And honestly, I don't have an Aura ring. I don't have any of these, but it's like, maybe it's worthwhile to have one of these things.
Well, I mean, but you have a smartwatch with a health tracker, don't you? I mean, same thing,
true,
right?
Yeah. But
so,
I don't know that it does all the things that like some of these rings do, right?
I would think that it would. I mean, like,
maybe.
My ring does like steps, heartbeat, sleep, temperature. So I think temperature is the main thing that the Aura ring did. So I mean, some of them do pulse ox. Mine doesn't do pulse ox. But I mean, but to the point, like I think we're entering into a phase in the very near future where if you are an avid sort of health data collector, ideally, I mean, hopefully you'll be able to recognize major illnesses long before the symptoms like fully show up.
Yeah.
And you can start to head these things off of the past a little bit more.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So
you actually just reminded me of something we did. And I'm going to save it for a future episode as a tech rec. So stay tuned in the future.
I'll allow it. I'll
have a health tech rec someday in the future.
Oh, perfect.
Tech rec. Time to get your tech rec.
Tech rec. Chicky.
Tech rec. Time to get your tech rec.
All right, Sanjay, it is Tech Rec time. What do you have for us this week?
So no health tech recs this week, but I've got a fun one to keep you kind of daydreaming a little bit. It's a site called Cloud Gazing.
Okay.
And basically you go on there and it'll give you a picture of a cloud and you can draw what you see on top of the cloud. So,
Snoopy.
And yeah.
That's it. Always Snoopy.
You can scroll through these and see what other people have seen in clouds too. So, I don't know if you used to do this as a kid. I used to do it as a kid. You were outside and you're just sitting there. You had nothing to do. You'd look at the clouds and make up things and stuff. And I don't know that people do that anymore.
It's always Snoopy. I'm telling you. It's always, every time.
It's not always Snoopy. There's other things there too. There's one that I saw on here that was like, man, that is a dead ringer for a kangaroo. It was really well done.
Nice.
And some of the artwork that's drawn on top of the clouds is really good too. But yeah, now let's bring cloud gazing into the 21st century and make it all digital.
I'm here for it. Okay.
Or you could just go outside and do the same thing. But it seems kind of fun. So there you go.
All right.
What about you, Adam? What do you have for this week?
All right. So recently I was realizing like I was starting to run out of hard drive space on my Mac, which seems odd because I have like 400 gigs or 5. I mean, I have a lot of space. And I realized,
need to defrag that hard drive.
I defrag it. Yeah, sorry, but I realized like there's a bunch of like log files and a bunch of like just a bunch of stuff that I've accumulated over years that I don't need on my computer, and I didn't know a good way to get rid of it. And so, Clean My Mac is an app that basically identifies like, oh, here's 15 gigs of old log files that you don't need. Get rid of those. And here's a bunch of duplicate stuff. And here's a bunch of this. And oh, you got all this other stuff running that's going to slow down your computer. Do you want to run all those? No? Okay, that's fine. So I ended up cleaning it all. I think I ended up saving like 80 to 100 gigs of space doing that, which is great. So I don't know why I didn't think of it sooner. So I'm informing all of you so that you don't have the same problem. So Clean My Mac app works just fine. So, and it was really nice because there's a 7-day free trial. And so I don't really need it after 7 days. So I was like, okay, cool. I'll use the free trial, use it one time and then cancel. No problem. Like, that's great. So that's what I did. It was great. So
there you go. So in a couple of years, you can
do the same thing or with a different program. Who knows? So
there you go.
All right, Sanjay, how can our listeners find and connect with you?
They can find me at sanjaypark.com. What about you, Adam?
They can find me at adamjwalker.com.